Yeah. 다 깨셔 거기도 왜? 거기도 왜? 그게 잡로서 거기도 왜? 야, 다这些说给강사 최당 직행기 되네 깔롭이 있는 지나로치스 우수 시부 잡체네 되네 다트링 깔롭 세네 시다 깔롭 가 요마리 이네 다가 나랑 선배는 그래 여바지마 라바야이 되네 가슴 당보 자신 속에 별이 현재 속에 된다를 깨셔셔로지 콘주들의 랍체네 어디기도 다시 현재 하정 로충충 많이 봐 깨셔 녀석은 서로 왔던데 가셔지도 냠도 다주 정한 니쇼 가지나 지금 깨셔셔 좋스 라바래 대인은 드립니다. 별이 요르모 샤르파 두파 타망 테네 고서 드라마를 망고 쉬워진다 랩데샤 테네 대인들 간다 깨데 간데 깨데 고다 최연아 내연아 섬섬제 쉬워지도 근데 간데 제거이나 감각 벽에 고개지로 벽에 고기도 배바석에도 가다고 내 현대도 고기는 지시 고개를 내 벽에 거는 벽에 때문에 가시기 뒤도 야야 다 인지는 참라 되네 시에나 되기도 망치와 되네 벽에 되네 발랍장이 just for some of you who are not speaking the language I'm speaking right now it's going to be mainly in Tibetan so you will be and there will be no translation because it's just so time consuming. So perhaps, maybe you might want to just go out and have a coffee or whatever. Similar situation this afternoon, so but it's going to be Abhisheka as requested by the organizers. So just bear that in mind. But I will try to say a few words in English at times when it comes in my head. Tene da chö dang jikten se da chö seginde zo da nangba sangji bi chö de shey yorda tene nangba sangji bi chö seginde zo mi ngoma de chen big samlo de shida yoamare big some of the Yamar. That Java Chima Sena Mindu Kanji Jikten Sena Mindu, that Marang Su Dujun Marang Sugita big some of Tang Yorwa. Then number Sanchi Bigi Migi Zo de Re Yuamar. Then a chair second Migilum Mama de Carresana Tarba se Tarba and Tamji Chimbi Kohang Sedita, I was better Nama. That's all Tarba se. Then Tarba second day. tar seya sik de ta dring ne ke she ya de she sa zo chewa tene Himalaya ki shunje ki rik nangchu kolya shida shida ju menken dindre ki tondala mikse ki karisa gore ko debo rabochi sewra di zogi yoda yang Delia lobjong ye yongken tene sheda nang pechatta nyonghen desogi yang nge keshe shedu korang karisa gore le la tane lamsang korang yang di drink masong samkhen yongre te samkhen yoba ina tanda ne zobar solo changbar za du sol slabya ta zo cheba manzu shönche ki tiso ta nyen sheba chik segorwa ta tiso goda jaya chik goda thoya chik ta tharba sedu kana zo kandaji lo go goresana di sik tharba senginde ngandu jangkang nane thar senginde de mebe ta chikba chik jangde jangkang nane tharba derangda tene tharba senginde ta जुगजुग से डबते तेने छु ngārāṅsū tā chū sēnā ngānzū tā mīsē sē gure yānā nē dzambulīṅ sē gure yānā nē tā kārē yīnā yā ngē pōki nē chūl jīmā jītā bā ngē pōki nē chū kārē yīmbā tē hā kō tūpnā tēyāṅ chīk chō rē tsā hā kō mā yīmbā 탐제 차성하 고투바이나 대양 직 참참나 하고 참참나 마고 딘데 마임바 디 베데 거랑 하고 딜 줄도 메긴 딘데 차성마이나 따데라 타르바스 따딩이 빼 제거도 빼 데네 베나 me pejago ne chu pejago na kare jago ne digidu ta me second digi sigi yobate korang tingwe pok ne chu ready yorata me sigi ro me tu me tu na labat sigi ro ta ti ngwe pok ne chu ready yor tene ti ham magona tene mel tu tene labat sig dungal nyong ro me labat 창나 때문에 라바치기를 쌤네 디 거랑 쌈르나 고아쌈지 마임바 냠뇽게 세거래 오늘 단디들 제게다 쌈비기 고지랍 저슈고들라 때문에 매드 투기만 때문에 매드 마투나 때문에 따들라 메기 치기 둥할래 타르기 제성다 덴데 더치로 거나 데네 디기드 타르바 세두가 된다 다 데네 따데 남바 상제베기 데네 땡에 다시에바이나 데네 남바 상제베 가르송 거였으나 만제 미세스나레 테네 잠불링 치남 단네 주기 최용수 저버데 테네 딱걸 코랑가 주로차 되게 하래 주로 제벌 온도です템보 전에 주르와 메바 딱바 템바 생인직 땡 대기 말해서 다들 최근에로 찍 되래 땡원에 전에 한 먹어 거야 가야 매래대 땡원에 댐바야 래 배나 만주대 집에 삼바 땅 잡아 이나 나니 가래 삼바데 달로 삼게 매바 나니 파자 하선 거래 삼바타마데 드릉 삼바타마 메로 테네 잠불링 내서 삼바타 땅 잡아 이나양 주로아 시오지 칭겨 다rum이 이나양 무트네 koran juruan rojang. Tadi sanje ki tene jurua zoi jabar sanje ki duje tamje mitakpa wo sesung yongdu kana tende ngarang su tene chinang noju ki che yongsu zogba jurua takpar yongdegi yuware das tema sanje ki ma sungware mato sanje ki tene kansa mitakpa zoi jabar wata chik tere tene ti shikha ti ha kotoba ina te chamji ha kotoba ina yang pento shiboji yore datela penna nganzu ki misiche tangji ki samatang jaba ina yang misiche njura rendo gare tiring gare yoba sanying meba chando gare tiring meba sanyi yoba chagare sambe samlo te chitang pesha ki gowa chini tes yongi yona chishite kayo layo regi meba darung ina yang peche shiya sehin rapote so zani meba kansa mise singi te takpa temba inang daji shargi wara ta mise siddhu kana shiju tang tende tsamjiga marego junor longje dho nyen pena da drobo chando ge yo drobo da chando ga tende yo jeson juro de takpan yongde go ta titi ha kotuba ina tene mitakpa gi chela takpa re samkhen gi tangjing gi lote sego de takpa re samne tujung ngarang to tende sam tang de go ba tedi meba chaga tedi meba chaso ma ina yang ta tharba cha상도 탑게 요마레테 가진 팽게 요레테 미세 제동텔라 가진 팽게 요레 어디에 직 So I was talking about the truth being the goal of Buddha Dharma, and truth is something very simple, it's nothing magical, it's not mythical, it's not religious. And the first truth that I was sharing in Tibetan is the truth of uncertainty, impermanence of life, universe, world, everything is impermanent. And the impermanence is not created by Buddha. It is the truth. Truth cannot be created. It was taught by the Buddha. 어디지? 근데 다 지금 다 최기 내루 덴바 세겐데 하정 띵사보방 자첨보 깨져 망버래 이나다 드림데리아 두두 전에 지금 삼년 남아 디나는 전체 속 된다리아 되는 셰기 재산 차창과 가야를 말고 근데 다 최근 내수 찍 가래요 그랬으나 가래 먹고 가래 만들다 위원하냐 자템바 때는 만들다 집을 떼투기 말했어 어때 되래 나 최근 난 간다지 숨어 그랬으나 사지 탐지 dum하는 거고 숨어 왔다 때 가랑서 고대 보지 말라 라바 이나 만주 미세나 가래 먹고 가래 이나 되게 자템바 집에서 두개 와말 배단 가시 남바야고 여바이나 근데 집어서 그래 상견되대 여자 남바서 에둡단 샤kambo 잡아차죠 잡아 깜보차죠 나고 깜보차죠 깜보 나고차죠 then number 상거 15 당근데 여자 이나야 number 뭐마 연ken서야 딱 자세 자템바 딱 number 차서 선이 강사 집에서 랭킹 요아마르 강래 여름 남바 연ken서 등에 망아 요라 알아서 고고 따뜻한 찍바래 주추고 차나 집어 용거래 삼삼바지 요래때 이나 주추고 차차비 주고들 자자자한다 근데 대화 집어 생인데 용기에 잡아 요아마르 가시기 때문에 깨져 전부 차나 깨져 된다비야 다시 뭐지 저거 답시 깨져 미 Tachu Chamagan Nalia Geta, Jan Nijan Nal Geta, Tongra, Tita Nal Geta, Bunta, Saya, Chen Geta, Chats of Shubudilla, Jasit Jetamba, there was Regan Meadow, Geta, Kazit Chenaya, Degazik Semteche, Tana, Pachilonia, Chick Shopping Chick Jagan Josaya Yamar, Ganga, Katrangan Sibanashi, Jetan. 다 잠불링 디 남들라 세월다 만죽 미세 남들라 자자 제탐바 데네 대와 지보 트랙tumke 게 취지 요한 말에서네 어다 덴바직 데레다데 데텔레 시다 오네 잖아 하 강사 마고야 가양 메레 다긴 셰제바기 미탁과 둥할바 세겐데서 오네 제바이나 미고야 가양 메레데 이나요 계시시디 고나요 삼년 넘들이야 딱딱 랩투비 예매야 하고게 말하고 삼년 넘 랩투비 말해라 공식 때문에요 랩투비 말 제좀 되네 어디지다 다양 인지강나 사마리 두두시니. So the second, briefly, the second truth that is taught in Buddha Dharma is that nothing will give us 100% satisfaction, nothing whatsoever, be it fame, wealth, power, influence, nothing. Something small to something very big, nothing gives us satisfaction. And this is the truth. And I was saying, these truths are nothing magical, nothing religious. They are raw, simple, mundane truths. But as we speak, this sounds convincing and this sounds easy. But this is not easy to really adopt habitually and emotionally, and this is always the challenge. Tene ta kansa chikte tere ta tagin laba nashi chogi nesul ngomate ting sapo jachembo kecha mangbore inaya ta dudu jin shedu ta 직 가르쳤으나 두준 말랑 되네 패션 나나 최 탐지기 내룩대 되네 똥바 자송하다 똥이기 거다 계셔야 순간이요 똥당 땡징 대중 생각돼서 계셔야 요하리 다때 망체와 니 남들이야 때지 공시 매바이나 디스코르다 람상 하 고급 생각돼 깔아가보 맨저 이나야 딱 거대부 진 파셔봐 이나 먼저 뒤진 때는 니 약보래 니 독자래 니 링보래 니 퉁퉁래 니배 강사 챔버래 니 충충래 니 강사 공세 챔버래 니 공세 충충래 세컨드다 강제 만족이 삼나나 코르세 탐제 말랑 그 삼나나 가리 임바 말랑 그 나마레스 때마도 뇌복에 내출 과랑라 딘데 말레스 다 대가 점지기 고지 랩토바 이나 때니 최 탐지기 내루 똥바니 세컨드 데스 가사 하고토비아 펜토 용식이 된게도 강제 따티 오네 디아 레디 하나 먼저 때네 미치 미진다지 따네 코페 미 약보레 산 마랑스 나와라 다 코보네 미 약보레서 삼바팅이 삼사기 밑에 양미 젠다비 콜레 미 독지지 와마르상 삼바텔레 망보 여러봐 제정 먼저 단디 약보 독자 딱 가리 먹어 가리 삼나나 가리 코레 받던데 마랑 속 나와르다스 띵을수 파게 덴버 쭉 응원에 파게 요 말레스 다 대가 점지 하고 또 봐 이나 때네 Tata number Sanji because Chu number Sung Jagadi, Chu, I have the name Tongbani, second day, Peche, Hakoya, that's Pangri. Oh, that is she. Tene, young, briefly. So, the third truth that I was sharing is everything that we project, everything we perceive is merely your opinion, your projection, is your ideas. Nothing exists externally, independently, out there as the best, the worst, the evil, the divine. Nothing exists out there. So which means in the teachings of Buddhism, often we hear words like shunyata, emptiness. So even though the emptiness is a very vast and deep teaching, I think understanding at least that everything is just your mind, everything is your perception, is your opinion, I think this will do it for now. So this is what I have said. 당내복이 내출 세겐데 다당에 셰조 돼서 탐제 정링보 지가 예스마야 매라고 내복이 내출 세겐데 거랑 단다 여드거라 말아서 냠도 내복이 내출 세겐데 럽종 망보 제 직반 직나다 망보 정 Tene chik kale de mango jabjil maung pa me bok ne su sing chik gajik ji su chilo top yong ya sing de ke kesha mare me bok ne su danda maran su kesha sheshe kala yor penna chen zu dang nganda bu cha ja ba yina dagin chu su jubane danda pa jurwa mango ra cha ge cha manzu tamje o te ka na jing zambuli na da jurwa mango ra cha what 제정 응어보게 내수 생인데 마랑 솔레 카가 로서 요가 말이스 마랑 속이 랑진 마랑 속이 직가 단 내수 세워라 마랑 속 랑진 과랑 다 대대 하고고고 다 대대 하고투바 이나 다기네 남쪽에 하고투바 이나 때네 Samler nang telaya message cheltang tela korang jurwa chitente lebyang pela pela chenzu kang rungwa chila diring member chili o ta chela nasa jende chi lep chadus ta che peche daba tu che dena zambulingla Dawa drug the day seji yourself. Did not the page. You are my touch on Dawa drugnish. Drug nala. Then she drug saying, member jig labayona. Then Darum in a Christmas shopping doesn't away. Darum in a Kamba jab chi nyo, shimi nyo. Then Kamba. The legal the church decided. Chicken did I am Kashay, they are the Chili share the Yachiko Kambaji usuals. Some longer. Penna, Chensu Kashi, then is Zupo John the then is Zupo Yarang, Kamrang, Pest, Muscle to Yabu Child, Tandalia, that Nima Tapper, Koran Jim Nam Drokenso, that should Dava to Michelle Robertson, that does not have muted. But Dava to Michelle and share, but muscle Kadrimu. Number 0 kazi yene man that jeton ngebo nesu sing the namjo nam lep se shugudila misegi samno tang misegi chaji jatang disle yen jurwa lebe tene titi ta Tedam tune, Nubok Nezudam tune, then a lega le, Mrs. Jeba Yina. Then it dig Jumjetela, that Tarvas, that in rich Gorlama Patch Digament was some year. That because I was saying the benefit of understanding the truth is basically it will change the way you lead your life, where you plan your life. So I was giving this example. Let's say you are this ambitious, outgoing, friendly, vibrant, go to the gym, build muscles, be very health conscious, etc., etc. But then suddenly your doctor says you only have 6 months to live. Would you still do it? You might, why not? But the way you project your life, where you plan your life is going to change after this after doctors prediction. So if you could change your life, if you can alter your life based on truth, then this is getting close to what we call liberation. Perna kashda kom chutungju manye jedang jignam rudu ta khakom nim chuze mambo chutungju mara tene khakom ten jedang nala kombajan rudu tene migju sengi thonga yusra migju seng ta chuna jin ji yor ba ta pata sal pe chuna jin pe soda te thongi sare tene ti thongyong de ta chush tene chuta tina chutunga drawing yesane kansa kompe kale jamne tina ndodi michi phagi chu maradas phagi migjures chorang dagas thongres langken jireba ina 다중 이나 약간의 잠에 조사하다 말에 따뜻한 주로시 레병 그러 어따뜻한 주로 땅야 될라 곰 생긴데 또 다긴에 셰셔바기 응어보게 내술 망보샤인바 미타 둥말와 똥파 생긴데 셰인바 대 마랑 속이 줄라 같이 이나 만족이 샘벤남 드어있다 만족이 그런 검신 남다 랩 에습다 만족이 대당 뚱비기 내가 같이 이나야 레 에습다야 딜라 다 검신 데려봤다 다티 제야나 때문에 다다 뒤준 만족이 꼭 마살 쭉 되는 주고 장벌대 되는 제네직 제야지 여러 되게 팽기요 대양 딱 그래서 그 탑시 약수직 자격 te ina ya mang chewa beta tende zolo ya yo amare zonde ya yo amare te gom japtungan kale khamare ina ya dagi nge she jeba gi nge bog nesul ti marang so ki gomshi nama lebya ki chedo tabshi yenda mang bo yo are inji minji kupsal zu goya yo amare ta chento mang chewa kupsal zu mare kawa zu ngazo lama traba kupsal zu gogen zo ge 강서 저기면 전부 포상 모서서 가봤죠 그러대. 때네 다 되나 때네 강서 가르쳐 버렸으나 저 다긴에 라반마시 너보고 내주고 꼴이야 생현다 된대 연나 대소 년 랑소소게 로 되네 디스콜에 상로당나 되게 시다 팽게 돼 냠는 텔 로그리 냠는 세나 최제하게 텔 찍어 돼야 되네 최 건조 지수 된 생긴 깨셔지요 건조 제된 생데 대시다 내가 첨부를 정기도 대 강에서나 건조 제된 세도 상제 된최 ten, gendun ten, kunjusum tenadere, kunjusum ten savarota, ten sidukana, pena, maransuta, pama tenya, tene, sedum yugengi, pupumodende tenya, jigioro, payu tenya, sing ten, the tirchipado. Sanje ten, chu ten, gendun tenyade. Tene, that dinana alle tambo, that Gorim Sanje chu gendun redi, in a shetang the chedukana, that they had the church had passion, that they chesade. Chu ten sedugana, Mune chena, tagging a laviati, mitapa, dung halwa, sinkeshi shemba, tagging. Tangatutam jura redo, tapatemba yamare. Some Rinpoche Yorwa teach that in weapon is to radio. Then Zambulana Kare Inaya Jajambang Jibutre to be married, some Rinpoche Yorwa again. Teach then Marang Tongse Tamjing Marang get Tong the Water Matung, the Mare. Then did the Marewa, then the Narang the day, Nang de Gidua, some Gioro. That did some Jena, only in a church jetting the territory, church jetting Mama, the territory of church jetting 70. Then it didn't get church the Sunken the Suresana, Sanji Shajatu. Then the church in the Sundu Santa. Chamberedo, some big then corner, that Gaia, to the Halle, corner Gaia did. That country, the Sanji jetting dead. The only Halle Gaia and the other that. Sanji is soon Java, things are ready. Lo Niton Mabjag Nana. Duje tamje mitabo, sakje tamje dungharwa, chu tamje tongjin bang mepawo, sene shengin mi yoamare zane. Hajangi one samlo, tseri ki samlo, sabje ki samlo, shuk chambare daro date, sanje ki sonjawa. Tseri pa bumcha jigla biyama ina yang, duje jigyang tabo zato kumara kanjawa, kaba zato. That's it, ring the tongue, the vitamin in the sa. Then jogging the chair, then the ring the tongue, the vegetative, tapa temper, some coram, jurat and mail, missip, send it from Buntragic Labion. Then I see some churkarina, te Jasha Chigi. Jasha Jatabang and Jibotam, Devote again, Zotogamata. Jason Sanjik is soon Javatis of Tanda and Jurare Marapote. Tanda and Tata, then I left the other tenor. Jason Tandendre, the Sanjik is soon at the Hatsi. Things some Agone, Sugla, Lobda, Chambo. Then Jacob Drosson Tang research. Machine to Namdunam, Yapur, Mapur, Jamsunam, Dindit, Kazak, Dosong, Dinditana, then delay has then Kona, then the Jia Yamra. Jangshub Shingdung walked the Zakambaji Martin, Tigandala, Majume, then is Sungjoki, Kashati, Tandayam, Tata, Nada, and then drag song to some. Tindrig Jumsen Samjik Samatangene, Sanjela Gatuba Inaya, Sanje Jeden, the Sanje Jeden said the Chagata. Sanje Jeden said, what is it? Tam Gindun Jeden. Gendun Jeden second day. Tati Penna Madam's Peven the Labido Jidu Senji and maybe Jidu. That during the Madrop concert Zerimte such a Sobak, Zohoro, Chopa, Gendun, Sanga second day. Sanga second Chopa. Tati Congress Tawa thinking, Tawa tumbo yongking. Jeba, they are junking miso yam the ruruk chene, Tati yam the pa delia, ta droyad. Pan America la Europe on the Republican, Democrat singing in the Europe. The Republican Gitawa la Gangenso, Tilpa, Ti Jason Down, Ti Delia, Shuk, Drosong, Tenatang. Pam Mazit doesn't tell Democrat la Gangenso, Democrat to the Chegorota. That is the cheaper there. Ta Gendun City. Tam Dijetamji Mitagwa, Sajetamji Dungawa, Churchamji Tonjin Dame Basing, that can take my Demba singing into the day. Then Kanzatawa Tenjin reducing Desert Tamjelia Hale, Desert Tamjela Ga, Desert Tamji Jesu Juk. That Tindrigi, that Kanza Jenda, Tawa Tumbaravata. That Desola, Desolia, Deso Jesu Jehadilla. Then control that Gindun control Jesu tens, Jedens Terta. Then it Jesu Tembayina, Jamdo and Chagio, the Lamala Chapsio, Sanjay, the Kansa, Sanjay Chapsio, Church Chapsio, Gindun Chapsio was on the Tukin Jamdo chair. You are. Then when it's in a Terta Hakosoma Tati, Jesheba Yina, Netan the Labate. Tarina Karisore control Jesu Tang, Chedu, Tapsi Jenda. Gare in a Tangman, Mandiwa, Yama, the Tangurum, the Nane, Penna, Chesham Shamia, second to the Yama. Chesham second to the Kangba in the Yoga in the Chesham. That Chesham took second, such a me, Kajan Deliape, Kangi Vijiri. Nesa Shona, Tamjimado, such a thing the Megan today, Vijiri. This is Sanjay Jesu Chaya, the Chet, the Penna, iPhone. Kansa cover Nandaya, then Sanjay, then a Karsoguru, Kunyam, Cooper, Yavatadan. Then it can some Possum answers to pay, Tatu Javala Pegavia, Sanjay, then a Karsoguru. Then the Jabshabayina, Mandi was tongue with the tail. Sanjay Ga, Sanjay singing the Lemone, these song you chew the Ga, the Jesu Tembi, Tachi Kare Tamayam. Anyway, most of what I have said I have even forgotten, so I don't know how to summarize it. Basically, I was saying we have in Buddhism we talk about truth. I summarize the truth as how everything is impermanent, nothing gives us 100% satisfaction, everything is just your opinion. Nothing really exists out there. So now if you realize that, you will be free. Free from what? Free from false illusion, delusion. If you are thirsty, you want to drink so much water, and you are in the desert, you see a mirage. If you don't know it's a mirage, you will go there and you will be disappointed. But right from the beginning, if you see it as a mirage, you will not even go there. So in this sense, you are free from being deluded. So in order to sort of strengthen this, we need to do what we call practice. So I was saying briefly, practice. There are so many different ways. Meditation, so-called meditation is one of them, but this is only one. There's 1,000 others. I was suggesting remembering the Buddha, Dharma and the Sangha is a really, really important one. And there are many different ways. Remembering Dharma is basically remembering impermanence, remembering the dukkha, remembering the, shunyata, all of that. And whoever taught this was Shakyamuni Buddha, and I think admiration towards the Shakyamuni Buddha is really important. And I think if you pay some attention, you would realize this guy called Siddhartha Shakyamuni Buddha, he taught these teachings 2,500 years ago. Everything what he taught, even after all this scientific advancement, economical advancement in the modern world, we cannot dispute even one. Nothing can be disputed. In fact, many of what he has said is coming true. So even with this single reason, one should be really admiring Shakyamuni Buddha. And this admiration to the Buddha is what I would call fundamental ingredient for something called refuge, jamdro. So that's what I was saying. I should look at the time. Okay. What is it? Kansa. Tani tati di teng dilata tani mixegi ta kalop kitela le jumde la tsung che gore sa sanjik chönam tende chi yore le jumde sende tsung che gore Dikpa ngi mares, gewa sa gores, gewa drup gores, dikpa ngi mares. Ta cho tin drabo Yeshu ke labgirda, Khache ke labgire, Jewish ke labgire, drabo. Yina yang korang kansa ying momak ten wa samlo tang inde kan dragi mar keshate. Le jumde segente Sanji ki sung jabate tang shenda so dragi marte. Tati mindra ki jumsen tisu ta tring tata che goya chi mindu. Kanje tene le jumde segende penna ndre tabna ndre chegires. Meto ta karse bole. Kare meto tabna meto chegires. Yina yang meto tabat samchigi yang meto chesegindia kale khabaro meto ta chu lo lu dabo jap nima shar chaba jap ta kare mukare ta juchen mango je chok parche da dinde mare na ten meto che ndre chegiro oda dire ta pe kesha godebuji sheja bayina Te yindi tene le jumde second pen masig one chamber is got ko shuk chamber je chang tene leka dukcha de je ying mares kares na leka dukcha de jeba ina ti drebu dungal yong that leka dukcha je juso chang gate parche da tene meba ina tene kurang drebu dungal nyong chang so tesunga je chang 다 디스 거텔라 다 내가 최당 지dengi 가럽이나 나로 지스디 다 최기 가럽대 다 대가 잠지 배체 녀삼나 대가 좀도 되네 다 자침보 강사 델리아 sheya gosaya marela tene sheya dushe mindu tene disu korte kalop sedu kona cherang so yinchi minji tandi rinpoche ki tende kan nangsong ta manzu je gogi yeje roba tende marego kecha cherang so je disu je na je tuna ora digewa ina ya ne tiring pa sheya di jumsende Nangpa sanje pe nang dinde chigi yuwa das pachik she ziche tene cherang zu yunu poma tsoge namchola ta gengo tsodang tene nangpa yin tsakam tsola ta keshe she goya chi midu cherang zu ta lo chugwa ke rikde la tene dinde chigi yuwa das namcho nangla chig ma lak ziche che sheba ina 딱 먼저 남고 상집에 세근들 늘늘늘지 여사라와 선백 삼로지 거르자바이나 데스 펜토 시그레 삼네 이 되네 칼롭스 시다지 말했다 인지kel 마소나 인포메이션 되네 가르쳐 그래 다지 늘늘늘 요하다 슬라비아 참지 어디 단 직된 게 칼롭 나로치스 그러다 직된 콜라 믹스가 되네 최 가사 직된 콜라 시당 반저당 생리당 된대당 로정 탈침받는데 가양 제상 로정 가양 매초지기 가르쳐 그래 가서 시다시다 자신부지 가야 제함에도 이나야 다 잠불링 디난들 데네 로투큐 레직스 차거다 레직 레니 차도체 제성단 가사야 로 만로 냠용대지 지바 냠용대 지리자네 되네 계속 늦지 지야자바이나 되네 직된 게 깔로 세두 단 직된 세두 센디기 삼으로 저치와 센디기 삼다 제와 침마기 삼다 하지 매래 달바동 담제 집에 깨졌다 가봐가 직된 게 깨졌어도 센디를 집어용야 지기 삼로 된지지 계시 쉐버로 때네 센디를 집어용 세야돼 집어 세근데 뺨 마시기 누구뚝서도 빼깔래 가버려야 되셔 대과랑 카가 미르르르서 삼로 카가 두대 대인들가나 가시에 냈다 덕이 쉐바나시 반저름 망보 연어 집어 자기 연하샤긴데 요사래 가시에 직 년다 가시에 랑왕 다 됐어 중학이나 다 가사 즉 미유도 마서나 대 자기가로 다대 되네 다 이나양 네 드린 데다 베릭 잠지 말고 다 히말라야 게리 가서 미릭 망보지 될래티샤 대sol은 믹스가 계속 찍니지 셴년 정성 대 가리 셴년 정성세나 다 직된 계속 쉐거다 챈디기 난들다 제 가시기 반절 고기도 가시기 년자 고기도 가시기 따지 롭정 고기도 tin데 삼야 tin데 여사 다제 대설 거네 인지래 되네 이나양 내가 최식 찍대 인지께라 아이덴티티 세그라 아이덴티티 단디 백에 간제스 줄고기에나 모타 세네 디기멘도 모타 뇌줌사 다 디디 배치 짓땅네 먼저 좋아 미기 강에 치실지 되래야 돼 인사 모타 디 나네장 다 세리당 반저당 찹시기 때문에 주로 첨보 랩러디 모타기 깔랭 강에 모타기 둥하디 시부지 용사리 대인들 디코트라 네 천줄은 디지 디 마제스 랑더기 깔로 가양 제네 네 가양 대 셰미두 이나요 디 강에지 두 삼는 디 강에지 두다 삼니 가르세 그래 랭 홍세거로 봐 다티 삼로 땅 거야지 레두다 산에 가르세 그래 땡에 대가 점직 단디 강에지 두다 삼삼 잡지 삼로지 코트바이나 야고멘도 단송 대시야요 되네 모타 세드 tatpenan delia beba dupa yormo kasha tas yormo dat piti tamang tat damage de yormo ta tat tisola mota re yormo pena nga dupai nga bebai nga yormo is ta yormo tati mota te 간데 찍래 대상도 땅 거야지 레샤 먼저 다 Mota chik the Jonche injury, then Charanso, Pabatso, Chubakan Lebdo, Dubatsoke, Kogan Lebdo, Girakan Lebdo. That is Mota identity. That is Chung Chung Chile Tate. Since Nimatakaria, the Gans, Chubakan Drogame, Gans, legal. Since Chubajan Uber driver says to the Legani, Pium Chubajan 7-11 and Lega driver Pium, right? Doesn't have Chixi. That is Kochung Chung. Then a Kada, second Sujan, Desi, second that's you are that day, Chung Chung, Retate. Then a Malakala Nacho Sidugana. That is a long Yangi Marita, Peg, Madame Himalaya, Gitene, Karisugure, Luxotam, Lamlutam, this all long Yangi Marita, sing a Lata Labra, that they Labroj is over. That is Lata Labrata in a Pekale, that I get loving by chance of the Godam, Kira, Pevechubakan Kavato. That's some lama that the people lost at the town, then prevents they go to the Dubes, they go to the Chilukan, to Ruru, the Chilukan. Come here. There's a regiment that the Pekala cover that they chess on Inchi Mijik Chens of Jishos and Lucky Meta, young Rinpoche, they soon so that they cut Nyango and young Kashik, the church and chance of Kale, young Jerry. That is regular, yes, I'm not. Then, Yinayam Mota Sujan, Desi, Tene, Gola, Telejam, Nenga chairs or Nenga chair, they check the gay injury, gay. Perché Jengi Mari, perché Labgoda, Lata Labora, Makalo Langan, Malabra, Dengedi Malam, Soina Malia, Purpose of Yoda Shade, Dupaso and Yoda Shade. Taina Chenzo Tinte, Kansa, the perché Jedo, Chenzo Tatek Mitch do attending in Lotte. Chenzo the Jagman, Kyabje, Chenzo Injike, Shagman. Yinaya. That changes the Pugugi. Next generation. Shaman, Konzo Kawa, Perget Jamimat, Perget Lam, Kayoman. Halena, Nang tested Jagina Chishe. Then Lobjong Jedukana, Duncha, the Tani, Sums, and the Lobjong Jegi and a cherry mato. Combat Chilo, Combat Kampo, Chilon Drosadukana, Injiki Jaguar. Yanani, that in some pages Spanish Jabgo, Mexican Mambo, the Sunanda. Then the Pache, Nesana Kandena, Tangi to that, Netagas, young, Chitam, young, Perke, Malawa, Shaw, Perk, Rijum, then Manyamba Shaws and Deva, Reva, none of that you are. In a time, you look necessary. No problem, necessary, and the Kanaka, Bushida, Penna. Page Painting also then do. Then the engine goes to Mamudu, New York. Whatever it is, New York, the head. Indeed, goes to this up. Change of purpose of Hakogi and America goes to Segida. Conzo American Mim Marita, Conzo American is your. Conzo Nema Lo Nijak in hand, Conzo Europe young. Europe young in a censorship, in a young Mitamje, say, never saw John. Tata Munzu Delhi and New York in the Jessa Chamber Tamje, me and that is such a job, very well. Tata. Yes, Tamboro, this is Tamje. That consider Miri Mang, Italy, Ireland, Scottish, the day you had a penna, consume Mingland. Ming John McFarlane, second of the Labion, John McFarlane, second Pege, the Scottish in cigarette. Yinayam Konzugi Gomshi Namdala Scottish ki then Yamara whiskey the Tungi in a man in a Tungi Vejero. They must Scottish lion. Zan Jazon, the Konju the Manzule, the room that's a Mangero, Mimber ancient. Then you're gonna Peche de Young Mother Tangi Mesala. Make a tango. Again, I forgot most of what I've said, but very small summary. There is this request for me to also give some advice on secular matters, like cultural matters. So I was saying, when we talk about culture or secular, we are not talking about beyond this life. It's basically we are talking about this life and how to be happy in this life. And as already discussed, when we talk about happy in this life, happiness is very subjective, right? For some it's wealth, for others it's a fame, for some it's I don't know. I know there's a lot of definition of happiness, okay? So, but I was saying one thing I want to sort of talk about, especially among the younger Himalayan generation, is that we should pay attention to something called identity. Identity crisis is going to be the biggest challenge in our life. It has always been, but because of the technology, because of the changes in the world, this is going to be one of the biggest challenge in our life, identity crisis. So this is something that you need to pay attention. And when we pay attention, I was saying, I'm sure many of you are already curious why I was talking about Scottish and Irish and all of that. Anyway, I was saying that, there's something called identity, which, by the way, if you're asking me, if you're asking Buddha, he took care of that problem long ago on the mountain called Vulture's Peak. He said there is no identity. And between you two, between Tibetans or Bhutanese or whatever, this is just not going to happen. And you can always challenge me. I was borrowing you guys as an example. Here, I was saying that there's a lot of people here, the Westerners here. I said, Westerners, those who claim themselves American. I'm sorry, I was a little bit harsh, but I was saying these so-called Americans, they are not real Americans. They were all from Europe, most of them from Europe. They came here, they invaded the native people, they stole their land, they built the houses here, and they stayed here on. And many of them have Italian ancestry, Irish ancestry, Scottish. And today, if you ask a Scottish descendant New Yorker, they might have the name such as Scott MacFarlane. That's about the only Scottish you can get. Probably they drink some whiskey. Nothing resembles Scotland in them. Probably they listen to once in a while some Scottish songs. This is what is going to happen. And this is something that the Himalayan people here need to know. So that's one. Then diligent kitchen nanga changing, marangi in the marang samna on the kitchen nanga changing. Karishia Yosana. Tene ta Rintang called Kashisha. That they are getting Mota called identity. Rintang. That Rintang getting Tulo getting Juron Rojang, Kawa, Conga and Manzuki to Glote. Marang to Pagil, Tangime, Mancho. KG young Jurat Ted Dog Tangito. Matana, they are pushing at it. Kay this Manyamba, Gogri, one young shop, young Tabshi Zogo, Inayam, that young son of Lebgorota. That Dile Chang Manzuki, some of Tangoya Langa Chechu Garadu Sana, Rintang, values, value, Rintang. That TV money, some of the catch Mushida Tangidunga. The Rintang the Karisana. That is Rintang the Tamita Mambo Shidado. Nupcho in Nanda, Nupcho Jacam Nanda, Rintang the Kariodasana, get you on Jalap, and massive Rintang chamber yard. Get so individualism, cigarette consumption. Get you on Jalap, and massive Rintang chamber. Six in the Mambo, Mani, Mayon, second data, K, Majap, second data, Chichinga, Gogi, Yoda, second data. Chick Yor, so get you on Jala, Rintang chamber, the Ako Yor, the Mayan Gaboy. Ta Shachogi, Lungata Chandra Mancho Shacho, but during that Koti Chingente, Beba, Drupa, Nepali, that is it, Shacho. Shachogi Mirik Della. Gergi Rintang le Karsorta, collective secret, collective city, the Nyamrup member, Nyamrup Deka Chopa de la Rintang Pet Chamber Zigger, Koran Luxon, Jacob, Payu Jigba, the Pena Gigi, you're the Delia Gigi Degi, Tundrup Chopa, Jirong Seju Chopa, Gigi Chopa. Kind of Trema Chopa, Shiva Chopa, Wang Chopa, Dagam Chopa, that Chopa, Rugru, Payu Jiba, Yen Sen, Punja, Rugru, La Pen Masigi, Manzu Rintang Chamber Zigoro. Tiang Luja the second meta, dear Pay Apoyorite. That Tilia Pen Masigi Jura Chamber Chagre Tangido. That the Demba Yeme Missing a page Lavia. Nature inside Australia, Dupa, Zasangi, Pugu Nisum Zerosaro, Pugutamji teenage, Lord Juji Juni, Tendremendo, that Konzupagi, Ne, Pagi, Australia, Chimbare, Sigdu. That Zasangi, Kochoga Jamini, Lekal, Drogota. That did the Pugu Tankentela, that Jenda Jilla, then that they Dosong Chamber Shibuji Redesha. Zasang, that Choga instrument, Choga Ama, Mola, Dune, Ketan, Mola. Then if Mola Lizara, Pagade, then if Zasang and Tanyam the days. That Himalayan Nandala, Jigbola, the Mola, the Bala, Amala, the Samsana, Puzu Jig, that's Jig, Karisaguri Kacho, that's Jig, then she to tell the gun Jig. Lagbet, that you shoot in the chair, that you kaju, tongue, then you kusu jump in the chair, that in the Komshi or then in the chair inside, that the Mola Paget and Dawachi is to do the Buji Dunga Mendo. The chamber that you do is some other Chung Dung is the Mendo. Buji Poyanta Paget along Chechera, Lamsang Koram Police La Kabartan. Police Pagi over to Kayama, Kazakoram Lekar, Pagayong, Mona, Jankanan, Kazatun, Jankanan, choosing is a matter. Then Jankanan to tell. Then a shine, Mona is Samkam the Tembo Yamaki, Tachi Choga Jemini, then a Karsa, Pama Chagi, then a Karsa. Do the Mendo Pamachia, Nipa do the Mendo, this will touch it. Tangene Mola the Pam, the Nyalwe Lumba, Seduson, Palondois, Jetang Rintang the car at the Taka, Jetang Manzudelia, that Himalaya region on the la, Tanda Manzuki, Mirik, the Pajak Manzu got to parts of. Manzuki Jenche, Rick is okay. Sony Nani Pama Jangan tea cigarette. They could have Rintang car. talking about identity very briefly, another thing is what we value in the places like Bhutan or Nepal, Himalayan region. What we value and what American value could be really different, and this could clash. I'm not saying one is better than the other. They are both equally ignorant. They are both equally have their own purpose. They are all good. So what I was saying, I'm generalizing, of course. I was saying in the West, individualism is very cherished. They are very guarded. They're zealously promoted. Whereas in the East, like India, China, Bhutan, Nepal, collective value is very cherished. Family is important, society is important, everybody has to sort of be together. This is why some of you may have noticed there's all these small groups. It's a very, very tribal kind of mentality. Now, I'm not saying I have no right to say one is better than the other, but since you have all moved here, you will face this problem. And I was just giving an example that recently a Bhutanese family who has teenage children, they brought in their mother, a grandmother, to take care of the teenagers. And in Bhutan, you know, it's sort of not really customary, but it's a habitual that parents sometimes, you know, smack at the children if they're being wild. So I guess the grandmother, after a few months, she must have done that. The kids there, because they're also, you know, growing up in Australia, they know what to do. So they call up the police. The police arrived. Grandmother went to the police station, comes out. And then for months, counseling and whether the grandmother is sound or not, mentally healthy or not, whether the parents are fit enough to be parenting individual children, individually interviewed. The children says all kinds of things, sometimes good things, sometimes, you know, whatever. Big conflict among families. These are something that I think the people here need to know. Since you are here, these are the things that you will have to know. Ta kesha mangu shivuji reso yine ta di kasang khasa delia karop jeshu sidikana tadik kashi chene ma dezoin just tatik shaya tatik de kashi shaya yosana tene rang soso tang jikten keshi shegor jikten ki kalo manju jikten ki misete manju ki tanda ti marang chog dumbo gurda te tinanga chimbu shirate ropa yenda chigi tene manju ki leden di duk duk re san chitang ta ropa me ropa ngone khayo layo kaji nime chene ropa chenge yoda ye gere sosola yina yang chiso ting samlo tang yondu kana kan tik pe samlo tang boy mangboji chadio kangresena ndo missing di rang sosola rang sosogi deji yoarda kansa miure 제정 만조를 로바 쟁긴 속이양 코랑 속이 미유지 요래 북 대바지라 대 일이 양 만조를 로바 제바들이 용그래 대 인도가나 참참나 만조 드랄레장 돌아 이제 제거이나 내나 따지 만부 땅 거야 됐네 전부 싫어졌어 땡에 쉐고야 좀 센데 가성 다 땅번데 Session Sobe Darija in the name Mangcho, very injured transompa, in a during music Mangushi in a chamber middle. Very Mangchavati Jam Kari or the Sana, Marangi something in both there. Marang so very Mangchavaki Kangi the Kadison, Man very te mi yanda chigi, Laksha Rendo Yaginanga, Laksha Rendogi, do and the Tadede. Didi, then Marebaji Gogres, Laksha. Dragon drive, Dragon drive, a Kodubja. Drogi, Marang to drop in seconds of young, Pechutang, Tang Simper. Te young Matubajik, Zoya de Kachabushirares. Wata Teresha Kesha Yurumushi Charles. Then a patch some jagman, Tibetan in the orders of the Yere. Your Kazi Yakishitish. Kimba Jogo Jirta, which